What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome to Throwback Thursday. This is a series on my channel that I absolutely love and adore, and I look forward to filming every single week because I get to play with some of the older eyeshadow palettes in my collection chosen by you. So the way this works is every Sunday I post a bonus video with the footage of me going through my entire collection and pulling 4 palettes for y'all to choose from. From there, I post a poll over in the community section with the names and pictures of each of the palettes. I give y'all a few days to vote, and on Thursday we play with our winning palette. Now, technically our winner this week was the Christmas Eve palette, but as you can already tell from the title and the thumbnail, we are doing a palette bingo with all 6 of the Oden'S holiday palettes. Yes, I included the 2 that came out this year, and I am so excited about this because I have found a newfound love in a palette bingo, and I thought what better time and what better opportunity than to use all of the Oden'S holiday palettes. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. This could be very chaotic, I don't know, but every single color story is very different. Some of them go together really nicely, but we've got pastels, we've got darks, we've got brights, we've got a little bit of everything. So I'm pretty excited and a little nervous at the same time to see what shades I get and what kind of look I can come up with. But let's go ahead and jump into this. I will have everything linked and listed down below in the description box that is currently available. So per usual, if you're ever curious about anything I use in any of my videos here on my channel, always check the description box. I squeeze as much information as I possibly can into that tiny little space. But let me go ahead and get up my random number generator and we're gonna jump into this. All right, y'all, so I have my random number generator. It is set 1 through 16. Let's go ahead and get this party started. So we're gonna start with the Christmas Eve palette. This is one of the 2 original ones that Oden'S released, and this is also our official winner of this week's Throwback Thursday. And this is such a beautiful cool tone color story, very unique. I love the shade selection in here, but let's see what we're gonna go ahead and get. So we are gonna do number 1 up here, and number 16 is gonna be down here. So that's the order that I'm gonna go as numbers are chosen for all of these palettes. So our first shade from the Christmas Eve palette is going to be number 15. All right, so that is going to give us this really pretty matte shade right here. That is a matte green. It is very dark. All right, so we've got some depth. Go ahead and do a swatch of that shade right here. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we're off to a good start, but let's jump into the Merry Christmas palette. So this is one of the other ones that was originally released, and this is a very traditional Christmas color story. When I think of Christmas, these are the colors that I think of. So let's see what we're gonna get out of this one. So here we go. Hello. Number 5. Okay, so number 5 is going to be right here. We have a shimmer shade, and it's this really pretty kind of gold green flippy shade that's gonna go beautiful with this matte shade. This one is called Snowman. Look at how beautiful that shade is. I'm gonna put a little swatch right there. Did I tell you the name of this shade right here? I don't think I said what that one's called. That one is Night Sky. Maybe I did say that. I don't know anymore. But let's go ahead and jump into our next palette. So we're gonna go into the Hey Reindeer palette. This is one of 2 that was released last year for holiday season. And this one is very pastel, but we've got a lot of depth in this palette. So I'm curious to see what we're gonna get out of here, especially based off of these 2 shades right here. But let's do this. Let's see what we're gonna get. So number 11. So we're gonna have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, we have this really pretty kind of tealy shade right here. This one is called Ivy. So let's go ahead and pick that one up on my finger, and we're gonna swatch that one out right here. Okay, very pretty. I'm kind of liking the direction that this is going so far. Very interesting, very unique. I would never pair these colors together, but I think it's gonna be really nice. Okay. The Snow Dream palette. This is my favorite one out of the 2 that was released last year because this just gives me kind of that antique-y Christmas vibe. I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful, but let's see what we're gonna get out of this palette. So here we go. Number 4. All right, so number 4 is going to be another shimmer shade right here. It's this really pretty gold shimmer. This one is called Hugs. Oh my gosh, such a sweet, sweet name. Let's do our swatch right here. Ooh, really pretty. Okay. All right, I don't really have any feelings on that color story yet. We still have 2 more shades, so let's see what we're gonna go ahead and get. we have the Rosy Jingle palette. So this is one of the two that was released this year, very new in my collection. And I like this color story, but this is more of a companion palette for me because it is so pastel and we don't have a whole lot of depth. But let's see what we're gonna get out of this one. So once again, number 6. So we've got 4, 5, 6. Ooh, a pink matte shade. Very interesting. This one is called Pink Dream. My fingers are stained from that first shade. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch this one out right here. Very awkwardly, I apologize, but that is our color story so far. So really interesting. We've got a very pastel leaning look with a little bit of depth, and honestly, those two shimmers aren't very different from one another. So this could be a very interesting look, but this whole look hinges on our last palette, which is going to be Silvery Bliss. And this one is very dark. So this could really kind of throw a wrench into this look and really give, you know, a big twist and a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and see what we're gonna get. Uh-oh, where did my random number generator go? It disappeared. So let me reset it to 16. Okay. Number 2. And number 2 is going to be another shimmer shade. Oh my gosh, that one is called Silver Stream, and it's a really pretty kind of iridescent toppery shade. It's got like a really pretty pink flip to it. That's gonna go really nice with this look. That's gonna be a beautiful kind of inner corner shade. Okay, so that is our color story. Very interesting. I need to kind of get my thoughts together and see what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes and zoom y'all in just a little bit more, and we're gonna start creating our look. All right, y'all, so my eyes are primed and ready to go. I went in with my MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly, per usual. I'm a broken record at this point, but I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna start with this dark matte shade right here from the Christmas Eve palette, just because these two are pastel shades, and I want to use those to blend it out. I don't want to have to build up on top of them. So we're going to go into the Christmas Eve palette, and we're going to go into this shade down here, which is called Night Sky. And I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with my BK Beauty 206 brush, and we're going to start to kind of pack this on my outer corner. I am going in very light-handed because this shade is very dark, and as you can see, I am going to get fallout with it. And did I powder my under eyes? No, I did not. Why would I do that? Just gonna make it a little bit more challenging for myself. So I will go back and clean that up in just a minute. I'm gonna do the whole spoolie with the powder trick because I find that works really well. I'm just gonna start packing this shade out here on my outer corner, and I'm just going to kind of build up the shape that I want, kind of bringing it out a little bit. I am gonna bring this down onto my lower lash line as well and kind of meet it up with what I have going on up on the lid, and just kind of wrap this around the outer corner. That is a beautiful shade, but man, oh man, did I get a lot of fallout with this shade. I had forgotten that there's a lot of fallout with the deeper shades in this palette. All right, so under eyes are fixed. I went ahead and just took everything off under my eyes and reapplied it, and I did powder my under eyes this time, so we won't have that happen again. But I think what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna move on to this shade from the Hey Reindeer palette, and that one is going to be this really pretty shade down here called Ivy. And what I'm gonna do with that one is I think I'm going to kind of blend out the edges and soften it and start to bring it over to the inner corner. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with a Sigma E33 brush, and I am just going to very lightly kind of go right here on the inner portion of my lid and crease, kind of bringing it over, and then whatever is left on this brush, I'm just going to kind of go right along the edge and just sort of soften it so we have a nice soft gradient. Obviously this is not going to like blend into my skin because my skin is not blue or teal. And I'm going to bring this down to the lower lash line as well and do the same thing. So I'm just kind of softening and blending over towards that inner corner and just kind of working small little sections. I don't want this to get away from me. I don't want it to take over and bring in too much of that smokiness, but I want it to kind of fade over this way. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Ooh, I love that gradient, and I never ever would have thought to do this. This is not going to be Christmassy at all, but it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm excited about this. I hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday season, no matter what you celebrate. If you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, any other holiday that I may have missed in there, I apologize. I hope that you're having a wonderful time and getting to spend time with friends and family. Let me know like what your plans are down below. We don't really have a whole lot of Christmas plans. My oldest brother is coming down the day after Christmas to visit. He lives in the Dallas area, and he tries to make it down to see family and kids and everything. We actually see him pretty often considering, and he's going to be coming down, but then on Friday the 27th, so 2 days after Christmas, me and my boys are leaving to go to Disney for a week, so we will be there for New Year's, and I'm really looking forward to that. I cannot wait. I haven't been to Disney in 24 years at this point. We went in like Christmas of 2000. My boys have not been in years. They were little when they went and they didn't get to ride everything, so they are really excited about it. That looks beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. So I think from here what I want to do, I think I want to do this pink shade on like the inner corner and kind of wrap it around to the lower lash line and bring it up into the crease. I think that's going to be really pretty. So let's go in with this. This is a Singe Beauty EO5 brush. So what shade, what was that from? That one was from the Rosy Jingle palette, I believe. Yes, that is this shade right here, this really pretty pink one called Pink Dream. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that shade up, and I'm going to start on my inner corner, and then I'm going to kind of blend it up and over to meet up with that other shade, just kind of feathering it over. I don't want to blend it too much into that shade because I don't want it to do anything funky and bring that kind of blue teal shade over any further than it always is or already is. But I think that's going to add a really pretty kind of pop. Yeah, I like that. But what I was saying is they're really excited because they get to do all of the rides. We get to go at the holidays, see everything. We're just really excited. This is probably going to be like our last big family trip because, as many of you know, my oldest is graduating from high school this year and my youngest graduates next year. So they are back to back. They are very close in age. They are 12 and a half months apart, and it's been fun, but I just can't believe that the time has come. But yeah, so there's a lot going on around here. I've been doing a lot of pre-filming, nothing too over the top or stressful. It's been mostly like declutters and things like that, sort of end of the year wrap up videos, just so I have some stuff to go up while we're gone. But I want to know what y'all are doing this holiday season. You got any plans going out of town? Are you hosting? Are you not hosting? I want to know, but oh, I love it. Why are we creasing? Why are we creasing? I don't know why we're creasing. Is it because the palette's old? I've never had that issue with this palette before. Honestly, I haven't used it since last year, but let's go in and just kind of re-tap it right in here. Weird. This is the first time I've had like an issue with an Oden'S eye palette. I always have people tell me that they have issues with them holding up and that they don't age well, and I think I'm just now starting to see it. These palettes are what, 2 years old at this point? That's a little disappointing. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in a little bit and we're gonna move on. All right, so we are down to the 3 shimmer shades, and I think I want to reserve this one from the Silvery Bliss palette for the inner corner. I think that'll look really pretty over top this pink shade. And then we have these 2 shades up here, which are pretty close to one another. I think this one is a little bit deeper. They're both very topper-esque, but I kind of like that green flip, and I think it's going to look really pretty sort of on the outer portion of my lid. And that one is from the Merry Christmas palette. Which one was that? So I think that one was this one right here, which is called Snowman. So I have already gone ahead and primed my lid with my NYX glitter primer per usual, and I'm going to pick that shade up with my BK Beauty 203 brush. I am going to spray it, and I'm going to start by pressing this all over my lid. Now hopefully we don't have any quality issues with that one. I'm a little bummed out about the Christmas Eve palette. I realize it's probably past its expiry date, but I've got older palettes in my collection that still perform and don't do anything weird. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'm gonna start pressing the shade all over, and I am going to bring it out a little bit, like right there. Ooh, that is blending really, really nicely. So I'm just gonna kind of focus this more so on the center portion of my lid, and then I think I'm gonna bring that other one on that little inner portion, and then we'll squeeze in the last one on the inner corner, but that does look really pretty. All right, so next we're gonna go into this other shimmer over here, and I believe that one is from the Snow Dream palette. Which one was that? Was it this one up here called Hugs? I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's the same shade. Okay, so we're gonna take this one up here, which is called Hugs. I'm gonna pick that up with my same BK Beauty 203 brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off really, really well. I'm gonna spray it, and I'm gonna pop this one on sort of this little inner portion right here, just kind of squeezing it into this tiny little space and blending it over to that other shade that I put down. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Those shades are so close. Like, they're different, but once you have them on the lid, you can't really tell that there's a big difference, but I do think that looks really pretty. All right, y'all, so that leaves us with our final shade from the Silvery Bliss palette, and that was this really pretty topper shade up here, which is called Silver Stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one up with a Singe Beauty EO1 brush, spray it again, and we're gonna pop this one on the inner corner and kind of wrap it around down onto the lower lash line as well, just to give a little added sparkle. And then I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this look with liner and mascara, and we will call it a day. All right, y'all, so this is our completed look, and I think this turned out really pretty. Never in a million years did I think that this would be the look that I would have got by combining all of these palettes together, but I really like the way that it turned out. I like that I got a little bit of depth. I like the shades that I got. We got that little pop of pink on the inner corner, and overall, I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. But let's go over what I used to finish off this look so we can turn the lights down, see the shimmer, the shift, the sparkle, and then we can close out this week's Throwback Thursday. So in my lower waterline, I went in with a NYX Epic Wear liner. This is in the shade Turquoise Storm. I lined my lid with my ZC liquid liner and finished everything off with my City Beauty Beyond mascara. Alright, y'all, so that is going to complete this week's Throwback Thursday video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Let me know if you have any of these palettes, if you've ever done a palette bingo with all of them. If you do have them, which palette is your favorite, which one you voted for. I want to know it all. Let's have that conversation. Light up that comment section, and as usual, I want to thank you all so much for watching my video and spending your time with me. It truly does mean so much to me, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you can be notified of all my future posts here on my channel. I do post quite a few videos every single week, and I wouldn't want you to miss one. But until my next video, have a good one. Bye.